Hey guys, it's Dustin here with yet another thrift store video for you guys. So, starting off at the Goodwill here, coming in through the other entrance than I normally do, I guess. I don't know, just the one I went in. And yeah, headed over to what looks like some new stock carts over there. This store gets a lot of items out. So definitely interested to see what those are going to be. Now looking through here, there was two of these actually. The other one was snowflakes. I don't know what happened with the footage, but it's in the cart right there. If you could barely see it. I buy them for $1.99 a piece. They're Bath and Body Works candle holders by Slatkin & Co. They partnered together on those. And they're decent pickups if you get them cheap. 15, 17 bucks, something like that is typically what I get on something such as that. However, they ship out first class, so I'll make a few bucks, so not a bad little pickup. This makeup set's pretty fancy. I'm feeling at least about 35 to 40 bucks on it shipped, probably 40. At $5.99, I think there's going to be room on it. It is fancy nail polish and all of that. If honestly I go around comping it some more and decide not to get it, my wife will be happy with me for it at least. So I did like the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 metal sign there, but probably not too much in the way of value. And I've been really hitting on the media at this store, so it's really no different today. I find some PlayStation 2 games. You can see I'm getting a little too excited about them. Now, I do pick some up, but they're not heavy hitters. They're ones that fall in my qualifications. If I'm going to spend $3, then it needs to be at least 12 bucks shipped for me to want to deal with it. And I end up picking up, I believe, about 5 PlayStation 2 games. I already have them listed, so there they are, my store listings. Posted them on the screen for you to see, just because I was there for a little bit looking through the games and figuring out which ones I wanted. And for brevity's sake, just threw the comps up on the screen. That's all I ended up getting at the first Goodwill. So we're going to head into the Salvation Army now. And another one, and I do finally hit at a store, so don't worry guys, we'll spend some more time in the store in a second, but just again for expediency and the fact, and I guess my editing, we'll probably zoom over to the one pick of the day. One thing I will mention is this lady has been crushing it on getting the shoes out. This is the most amount of shoes I've ever seen at the Salvation Army out at any given time, so kudos to her. And here's the Waterpik AccuReach, $65 shipped right there. And I'm going to pick this up for $5, guys. I just saw it was Waterpik, so gave it a quick search there, and definitely something I wanted. Not a home run, but definitely a solid pickup. That's the only thing I actually do end up leaving the store with today, so I just get that for $5. There was a jacket I was mildly interested in. It was like an NHRA drag racing deal, but they wanted like $25 for it. And then zooming into just a couple pickups here at my closest and local Goodwill, the OG Goodwill, and these are 2 Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition books. It's not the monster manual or player's handbook, so they're not super valuable. However, I think I'll be able to lot both of them, and I got them for like $2 total or something. I'll be able to lot both of them for $20 or $25 shipped, and they'll ship out media mail, so that's not so bad. And then this is actually where I hit off. It's been a few American Thrift visits since I've had a really good one, and this I think came out pretty decent for me. First thing I notice is the stack of media going on in the corner here. So I do go through it, and I'll show you. I've already got it listed. I believe 3 or 4 that I listed, and then I did buy one mistake buy. Here, if I'm on the fence on something, it could be a little difficult to check it on the phone because the signal is so bad in the shopping plaza with T-Mobile. But I do grab the 3, the Some Like It Hot, Tora, and the Dragnet. And they're not heavy hitters again, but they're only $2 a piece here as opposed to $3 at Goodwill, so I end up picking them up. The Magnavox converter box is actually brand new here, guys. It is open box though. I'll be able to get about $30 shipped for it, and I'm paying $6. So, and the thing is, I don't mind paying $6 on it because I know it's going to convert. All right, I'm done. But yeah, it will convert to a sale. And I don't know, that sounded funnier in my head. And then the Wii sensor bar, now they have it marked at 5. It's in good shape. I usually like to buy the spare parts here for the Wii because I run into so many of them during yard sale season, but 5's a little more than I want to spend on one of those. I guess Star Shower here, I'm gonna pick this guy up. He'll sell for about $35 used like that. I'm grabbing it for 8, so I am paying up, but that's another one I know I'm going to convert to a sale real quick. And I just sold a Motion. In fact, I've sold a few in the past, but I just recently, like a couple days ago, sold a Star Shower Motion for $50 shipped. So the not Motion ones aren't worth as much, but still pretty decent grabs. And these are like wall speakers, and I did look them up actually. They were worth only like 30, maybe a little less than $30 a piece, like 27, and they wanted like $7 each. So I did end up passing. The comps were actually a little bit all over the place on them, so there were some lower comps than that. So I was a little scared off on them. Now going over here to the shoes, just really quickly taking a look, seeing if there's any really good pairs that I want. I'm being very picky on shoes. These 590 V3s, however, should be $40 to $45 shipped, and all they need is a really light cleaning, so there's really nothing too wrong with them. And they only wanted $3, guys, so yep, gonna pick those up for sure. Again, being very particular about the shoes that I do take in right now is we're trying to play catch up on the shoe listings at the moment, which we are kind of utilizing one of those seller assistant apps for that deal in shoes and clothing. So these are some New Balance. I think they're what, 619s or something, and they had like 5 pairs of them sitting here for like $4 each. I have no clue why. I didn't grab them. They all kind of had that, like, their old look and needed, I mean, they needed cleaned. I don't know how well they would have cleaned up. That was kind of, I don't know. I just didn't get them. I wasn't vibing, so it's okay. Shoes, again, being very picky. This I wasn't very picky on initially. These roller skates for kids. They are roller derby. However, the condition was rough, so even at $4, I decided to bring them back and put them back on the rack there. It just, again, wasn't really feeling it. While looking around in the back of the store, I see some records. I put up on the screen my big record hit that I got here, and I still have a few to sell through. Some of them were like selling for $50, $18, $60, and I grabbed them all for 90 cents, and they were all mainly jazz. This Pathmaker from Domino Rally, not worth too much, and I think it might be missing something. And some Chipotle chip bags there. I don't know why the chip bags were there, but just so you guys can kind of see some of the records, you know, if this is the music of your era, I'm gonna blast through it real quick at top speed so you can see what was available. I do buy a few of them, and when I got home, again, it's hard to get signal in the store. I kind of narrowed them down to ones I'm gonna ask like $2, which will be a double up at my yard sale, and the ones that I'm gonna list. No huge heavy hitters to really speak of. I think I found at least 4 of them I can list on eBay, so I'll be good on the buy, but it definitely wasn't like last time with all the crazy jazz records. And yeah, just so many to go through though. They actually must have just put these out pretty recently, because the last time I was here, there were no records out. But yeah, go ahead and get over to the cashier here to check out. While I'm about to do that, I see the 4 cameras there. So they want $20 for them, which isn't too crazy. Used, they sell for $55. And when I open it up, only one of the cameras actually looks like it had been used. The other one still had the film on it. But the AC adapter was in there with the one without the film, but it was missing like the micro USB cord to power it. And I would have to find another one to pair with it. It wouldn't match the rest of the set. Then, you know, I'm doing all that work. It only sells for $55, used in perfect shape anyways. I'd probably have to discount for it having, you know, a different cable. And I just decided against it. And go ahead and put my cart back. They changed the handles there and added American Thrift Store to the cart handles, which and that's been like that a few times since I've been filming here, but I thought that was a pretty nice touch. And with that, I go ahead and head into Cashland. We'll keep it pretty quick in here. So yeah, the Cashland, I kind of come here maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Try not to hit it too often because, I mean, they only get so much stuff in, obviously. But I do see this Xbox 360 for $39. It is the Slim with just the 4 GB. However, with a controller and everything and the hookups, looking at about $110 shipped. Should be about a double up by the time you take fees and shipping into account. So a definite go for me on it. There was a couple other things that were of note, but like they had like an Epson projector for like a classroom, and I was interested in it as well. But I at the price they wanted, I really needed the remote. It was kind of weird after I paid up for everything. They like had me like sign a piece of paper saying I wouldn't return the item because I didn't buy the warranty package or something. I don't know. I guess that's a new way of selling the warranty package. Kind of odd, but they're always nice to me there. So anyways, I go ahead and head out. I think it was a pretty good day. All of this was just, my Friday pickings. If you want to see some bigger lots, go check out the video prior where I make 2 pretty big buys. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into some quick wrap up. Hey guys, so yeah, I think it was a pretty solid thrift day. It wasn't filled with a ton of heavy hitters or anything such as my last video on Thursday. If you haven't seen that already, go check it out. I make 2 significant bulk buys and even find, a pretty decent item at the thrift store. So definitely check that out on my channel. So not a ton of merchandise today and not huge value, but I'm out there every day, and I think that's one of the keys. So I get recently the biggest request I get is or question I get is, why is my stuff not selling, or why am I not making any sales on eBay? And one of the things is really going to come down to, it always comes down to one of the basics. So one of those basics is consistently sourcing and consistently listing. So if you look at it so in sales jobs, we would always talk about your funnel. Now, there are some roadblocks and impediments that can happen in sales jobs, just like they can happen in resale. Sometimes the company isn't going 100% to support you, and that could be an issue in a sales job. So there are some differences and some similarities. But if you look at it like a funnel, and you're trying to fill your funnel to get down to a closing the sale. So I want to buy as much awesome merchandise as I possibly can. That's step 1. Step 2, I guess an intermediary step would be to process it clean it, get rid of tags, etc. And then the real step 2 though is getting the stuff on eBay or whatever platform you're using, be it Mercari, be it Amazon FBA, whatever it takes to get it out there in front of customers' eyes. If you don't show it, they don't know it. For instance, I mainly sell on eBay, so I'll speak to that. With eBay, consistency matters too for algorithm purposes. A store that sells through is going to be rewarded with more attention. I mean, it only makes sense that the algorithm would do this. So if you're selling through already, you're going to be rewarded to sell through even more. And one of the ways that you're going to sell through more is if you have more good items on your store that people want to buy. So if you're listing every day, you're going to be rewarded with, being an active store. eBay is going to like active stores more than stores that just try and list 30 things once a week or something like that. You got to, as I've mentioned, you got to write your sales goals and just kind of work backwards. So if I want to sell $1,000 a day is my goal. So I want to sell $1,000 a day of total gross. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to list $1,000 or more. Really, you should aim higher than what your goal is, because not everything realistically is going to sell through, as I've mentioned on this channel before. So but just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to list $1,000 every day. And as long as I keep doing that, eventually the sales are going to start catching up. Now, I mean, most likely it's more going to be like 12 or 1,400 to hit 1,000 a day, because again, there's going to be some things that have a long tail that you do list. But you get my drift here. It's always going to come down to one of the basics. I mean, photos matter, but you can get away with phone photos, and you do have a white table with a white wall. I mean, you can take it up against that, and it's going to be perfectly suitable. Buy a $20 ring light. Done. I mean, you'll be able to make photos that are good enough. I mean, you want to make a good first impression. Obviously, the photo's what people have to go off of. But for the kind of items we typically buy on this channel, that's enough. Now, I mean, if we were talking about some absurdly expensive piece, I don't even know if I would be talking about eBay on that. If it was expensive enough, it might be an auction house, just for the fact I wouldn't want to risk being scammed on eBay. So yeah, it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of depends. So most of the things I'm going to throw on eBay, my cell phones, plenty fine. The cameras and flagship phones, even older flagship phones, such as like the Galaxy or, the iPhone, they're going to be good cameras. So, those are good places to start. Buy an older, I have a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, so, it's a few generations old now, but, it still serves a purpose. So just some rambles I wanted to make. I want to make a more thorough video on this. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to talk about. I plan on doing a Q&A soon. I know I promised one a while back, but it's been crazy trying to keep up with making this content. And with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Please consider giving the video a like, subscribing, definitely, if you haven't already. I do reselling content. That's what I do. So if you're into this kind of thing, sourcing and everything is most of what my videos are about. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe and bell notification. Please comment down below, guys. That helps me out a ton. And follow me on Instagram at ProPickerOhio. And I hope everybody has a happy Easter. And Sunday's video may become a Monday video. We will see. So I'll see you guys in the next one.